This is Sports Overtime.
Well, welcome into another episode of Sports Overtime. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We all know about this guy, former Michigan Wolverine Tom Brady and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're looking to cruise right by the Philadelphia Eagles this afternoon and their NFC wildcard game. And for the guys dressed like pirates, it was a good day. It was a beautiful day at Raymond James Stadium, and a beautiful way to cap off the first drive is a simple handoff to Giovanni Bernard to get the Bucs rolling. The offense was the only ones having some fun, and just before halftime, Jalen Hurts using his feet to get out some space and throwing this ball a little bit late because it's intercepted by Mike Edwards right at the goal line. The Bucs defense had a shutout all the way up until the fourth quarter, and Brady was using some play action to perfection, finding Rob Gronkowski in the back of the end zone as the Buccaneers dominated this one to a final score of 31-15. Now to football at the college level. This offseason has seen Michigan State's assistant coaches move it around like jigsaw puzzles. Most coaches have left MSU for better jobs in other programs. But this afternoon, we got some breaking news that defensive line coach Ron Burton isn't leaving for another job at another school. He simply said he's leaving MSU and looking for new opportunities. The announcement came on Coach Burton's Twitter page, where he thanked coaches Mark D'Antonio and Mel Tucker for the opportunity to coach at MSU for nearly a decade. Also saying that East Lansing and MSU will always have a special place in his heart. Coach Burton produced some of the best defensive lines of the past decade, having the #1 ranked rushing defense in college football in 2013 and 2018, as well as the 2013 Big Ten Position Player of the Year in Shalik Calhoun. He helped tutor 8 NFL players, which includes coaching at Air Force and Indiana University. Stick with 6 Sports for more updates on where Coach Burton might be heading next. Speaking of Spartan coaches, it was Saturday morning when Michigan State women's basketball coach Susie Merchant found out she tested positive for COVID-19. But today we found out she would not be available for the Big Ten matchup against Northwestern, which meant associate head coach Dean Lockwood would fill in. But not to worry, because Lockwood has 40 years of coaching experience under his belt. He spent 20 years with the Tennessee basketball program and was a part of 2 national championships. Lockwood is also the men's basketball coach at Saginaw State for 6 years. Coaching also becomes easier when you have one of the best players in the country in Nia Clouden, who knocks down the triple to start her game-high 19-point performance. MSU trailed by 2 in the final seconds of the first half, but Matilda Eck beats the buzzer behind the arc as the Spartans would take a 2-point lead at the halftime. The momentum carried into the second half as Alicia Smith gets the tough bucket to cap off a 10-0 run for the Spartans. Now, Okemos alum Leah Hartman brings Northwestern within 8 in the fourth quarter on this bucket. Hartman finished with 8 points, but it was the Clouden-Eck connection that was cooking this afternoon. Clouden hits Eck in the corner for the 3. Eck had 18 points as MSU takes down Northwestern 65-46. Our Ian Kress was at the game and has more on how the Spartans got it done without their leader.
With all the adversity this Michigan State basketball team has had to go through this season, the injuries, COVID-19, and players entering the transfer portal, not having head coach Susie Merchant out here today was just another thing the Spartans had to brush off their shoulders and move on from. And it's why associate head coach Dean Lockwood was ready for anything in the post-game celebration.
It was heaven on earth. For a win, you'll take anything. I'll take go have them dump garbage on me, have them dump water on me. I don't care. It was beautiful. No, the spirit of this team today was tremendous. So, a sign of great leadership is you can remove the leader temporarily, and the team still functions at a high level, and that's a credit to Susie.
We talked about before the game just like being tough today, play tough. Play for each other and play for Susie.
It was a lot of motivation heading in because we know Coach, she would scratch and nail and claw her way into the game if she could. And we called her at the end of the game, and she was so emotional and proud of us.
Another cool moment for Michigan State, freshman Matilda Eck, who's from Sweden, had her mom in East Lansing this past week, and today was the final game her mom got to see her play before she heads back home. And what a way to send her out with an 18-point performance and a win in the Big Ten. At the Breslin Center, Ian Kress, 6 Sports.
Thank you, Ian. Coach Lockwood coached at Saginaw Valley State for 6 seasons. We wanted to make sure to get that right. Another huge Big Ten women's basketball game today was taking place out in College Park, Maryland. The 11th ranked Michigan Wolverines in a top 15 battle against the 8th ranked Maryland Terrapins. The Wolverines looking to beat the Terrapins for the first time ever in their house. So out to the Xfinity Center we go. Michigan head coach Kim Barnes-Orico has a 14-2 record this season, tying the best start in program history through 16 games. Maryland's Ashley Owusu has all the moves for the step back jumper, so smooth with it. It was a back and forth start to this one, but the Wolverines knew to get the ball into the hands of Maddie Nolan, who was hotter than the stove on Thanksgiving morning. As LeBron James would say, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 3-pointers from Nolan for a season high 21 points, as the Wolverines would go on to win it big, 69-49 the final, snapping Maryland's 31 home game winning streak and holding the Terrapins to their lowest score since 2012. The big rivalry showdown between the Michigan women and MSU will be on February 10th at the Breslin Center. Tip-off is set for 6:30 p.m. All right, it's time for us to take a timeout, but when we come back, after announcing her retirement, we sat down with Michigan State volleyball head coach Kathy George, and we'll look back on her favorite memories right after the break.
Tune in Tuesday mornings for Parenting Connection on 6 News, sponsored by Grubau Orthodontics, making smiles happen.
Bring your best game to the table and start winning at Gunlight Casino during Royal Deal. Go all in and play for up to $50,000 cash. Saturdays in January from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Each week, 2 lucky winners will compete every hour for the best hand and a chance at some serious cash. Start earning entries December 26th to win it all at Gunlight Casino.
On FanDuel Sportsbook, new customers can bet 30-1 odds on any team in the playoffs. So you can make every catch, feel like the catch of a lifetime. Crown on my head, gold on my neck, first on the deck. Go get the check. New customers can make every moment more during the NFL playoffs with 30-1 odds on any team to win their playoffs game. Bet $5 to win $150. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Glasses.
Finding stuff is hard, but finding your show, easy. With Universal Voice Search from Dish.
Virgin River.
Search for shows anywhere with just your voice, across live TV and all streaming apps.
Babe, you see my glasses? They're here somewhere.
Car. Because you've got enough stuff to look for. Voice search across live TV and streaming apps with Dish.
Don't settle for less when it comes to your Medicare Advantage plan. We have top-rated plans to choose from for 2022, and it's easier than ever to switch. Blue Care Network HMO has received 5 stars, Medicare's highest possible star rating based on quality of care, service, and member satisfaction. Switch to our 5-star plan today and enjoy the benefit of Blue.
Mid-Michigan, do you have an uncomfortable, drafty house with high energy bills? This can happen when the heat inside your house is able to escape, allowing cold air to sneak in. Something that can help with this is having Retrofoam inject foam insulation into your exterior walls. This can be done without the mess of a full remodel, whether you have vinyl, aluminum, brick, or even other types of siding. Fall in love with your home again and be comfortable with Retrofoam. Call or click today to request a free estimate.
Welcome back, everyone. As you might have heard on Friday evening, Michigan State volleyball head coach Kathy George has decided to retire after 17 seasons at MSU. For being the first female women's volleyball head coach to lead a team to a Division I Final Four in 1989, to being MSU's all-time winningest coach, George has been able to accomplish so much on the court. But when speaking with our 6 Sports team after her announcement on Friday night, it's the little moments with her family that she'll never forget.
You know, it's funny because you have that little picture of, you know, the boys and Connor with those big ears sticking out and TJ with that hat, and, you know, they have a hockey stick and they're all, you know, we're all starting this thing together, and it's been a wonderful experience, and like I said, wonderful people, and And I'm so very thankful for everything that I've had here and grateful for this experience and the opportunity to be a leader here and to do so many things that have helped people and, you know, that have had people help me and along the way. It's been really great. So.
With tomorrow being the 37th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, ceremonies and different community events have been held all around mid-Michigan to honor a day of reflection and appreciation. And former Michigan State football star, now Indianapolis Colt, Khari Willis, was back in his hometown of Jackson on Friday, attending the MLK Diversity Celebration fundraiser. We caught up with Khari to ask him what lessons he may have heard from Dr. King and uses in his own life.
I think just mindset on how to treat people, right? How to be a leader. You know, been a captain pretty much everywhere I've been, and I think a lot of his charismatic leadership, a lot of his frontline leadership are some of the things that I was taught by my father, and something that I definitely implement and try to, you know, portray and relay to any team I've been on or any group I've been a part of, whether that's inside or outside of sports, business, or anything else. I think his leadership qualities are definitely transferable.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's show. From all of us here at WLNS, we thank you for watching and hope you and yours have a happy and healthy rest of your week. Good night, everyone.